Hey everybody, clearing. All right, so this is going to be a Divine Masculine check-in. Oh, first off, I open sessions, so grab those from the link in the description box below. And yeah, let's get into it. So Divine Masculine check-in. How are the DMs thinking and feeling about the connection on the conscious mind? And today this is going to be for you DMs a little bit. The third deck is going to be advice for you. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What can we see for the masculines that join me here in this collective and the DFs? And what is the best advice for the DMs at this time on the journey? Conscious mind, heart space, manifestations, actions, challenges, solutions, and near future energy and advice. All right, lots of shuffling. Okay, Divine Masculines, conscious mind. Okay, they're walking away from anxiety. We literally get anxiety in the inverse and leaving it behind, a strategy to leave it behind. I'm kind of getting this, not fly by night, but ditching something that's causing anxiety. I'm actually just going to do a little bit of a clarification on what is this not my circus, not my monkeys kind of energy the masculines are escaping. I feel like they're escaping. 7 of Pentacles, they've invested enough into it, I just heard. And 5 of Wands, they see it doesn't matter anymore. So something that these masculines are walking away from, they used to think they were bound to it. They used to think that it held power, that it was a priority, that it was the way things should be done. So masculines, whatever this is you're freeing yourself from, let that be an indicator. If it's been causing you anxiety, that is your higher guidance system, your emotional guidance system telling you it's not a match, it's not a fit, it's not honoring. And so, yeah, it doesn't need to hold power over you. There are other ways to skin a cat, I just heard. So what advice for these masculines? 8 of Pentacles, Lord of Prudence. Yeah, do it right. Don't just sneak away. But yeah, if something's giving you anxiety, that's likely that it's not actually a fit for you and you need to handle it with prudence. But if you do that appropriately, things will be settled. I'm seeing September. I'm seeing Virgo energy here. So August, September, it feels like if you take the high road, if you do the right approach, that things will be finalized by August, September in whatever this is that you need to walk away from, masculines. Interesting message. What can we see for the heart or the conscious mind for their feminine? Yeah, the Empress. That can be abundance. It's in the inverse, and then the death, rebirth. So transition, whatever this is that you're walking away from, masculines, it looks like there can be a rebirth with your Empress, with your divine feminine, that finances will improve as you walk away from this. So whatever this thing is that's causing you nightmares, or that feels like a very binding duty or obligation, if your heart's not in it, it's blocking your abundance. So they know that whatever this is, feminines, is holding them back from you and your connection, from their own abundance, and therefore their highest timelines, which you are part of. Advice for masculines. Yeah, let this be a game changer. You don't have to lean in heavier, harder to the things that are difficult or struggle. You can walk away from those things. You can walk away and do it right. You don't have to be bound by those things, but it doesn't make you a better masculine to have to bulldoze through those things or into those things. You can actually get off the train. What can we see on the heart space about the connections? There are some truths that are destined to be revealed coming up. There has been investment in this connection, but it hasn't been a primary focus yet, is what I'm getting. Because there have been these other karmic lessons, these other priorities, these other necessary rites of passage or learning experiences. This connection hasn't had the chance to be seen in all its glory. It's just this little sapling. It hasn't come up and started to bear fruit or to show its true colors or to blossom. That's what I see happening here, is that it's going to start to be more predominant for the masculines, for your focus, masculines, as you let go of whatever this outdated way of approaching your reality is, and all the things that you have connected with as a result of a certain paradigm that you've been trying to uphold. The truth shall set you free. So we only see the truth when we're ready to see the truth. And if we're hell-bent on something being true that isn't, it's going to cause us to think everything that's true is a contradiction. So there's a changeover here, a shift of perception. What is the advice for the masculines? Princess of Wands, continue to pray, continue to seek that truth, continue to ask for the truth, continue to move with dignity, compassion, integrity in these dealings with getting yourself out of the things that feel binding, that feel like your heart isn't in it. Continue to conduct yourself appropriately, but don't tell yourself you're not allowed to get out of those things. And find other solutions that don't have to come directly through you, masculines. What can we see for the heart space for the feminine? Healing. Okay, so they were not able to give you equal give and take here, feminines, because they weren't healed. Now that they're healed, they can easily see the ways that they were not able to show up in the connection. On the flip side, feminines, your internal masculine also wasn't able to show up wholeheartedly either. It's a mirror. So if you think it was just your masculine, you can also look at yourself and see where your own internal masculine action taking, communication, where you did not rise to the occasion because your own internal masculine was too passive or too wounded. It may not have been with an appropriate conduct. You could have been, chasing is a disintegrated masculine aspect because it's not respecting the flow of things. It's trying to make something happen that isn't yet available. So there is some awareness coming in about what could be done differently now. What is the advice? The Magician, not having to force anything, but not resisting. Forcing things to stay at bay is a form of resisting, just as forcing things to move forward faster is also fear and resistance, because it's a sabotage. Both ways are sabotage, doing too much, doing too little. So this is about not forcing things one way or the other and allowing the things that are for us to fall into place. What can we see on the manifestation docket? Opening the heart and trusting the process, that we don't need to rush. We'll end the burden as it is in flow. And as we end the burden, there becomes more spaciousness to open our hearts to this love. So trusting the process, advice for the masculines, Lord of Pleasure. When you authentically end the burden and you stop perpetuating the things that aren't a fit, you get this unencumbered joy. You get unencumbered pleasure. You're not distracted. I'm even thinking intimately in the bedroom with your divine counterpart. If these masculines, feminines came forward sooner, their minds would be elsewhere, not because they prefer their minds to be elsewhere, but because they had these things lording over them, and their stress factor with you, they could not pretend. So masculines, just know that your true divine feminine understands that, and they want the best of you. They want all of you, but they don't want the intimate connection. Because they are so psychic, so highly attuned, they cannot go there with you if you have these other things on your plate. Now, everybody, that is the secret of friend zoning. That's why friend zone happens, because the attraction isn't strong enough, and it's for that reason. It's not because you're being rejected or the person isn't attracted to you physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It's because it's not appropriate, because there are other things consuming the consciousness, and those things need to be focused on in appropriate ways so that the connection can come into balance. And that's when it makes sense to be focused on each other. Not before that. The reason that is a very good fail-safe in divine connection is because we are not fully masterful until we get ourselves out of the karmic patterns and we up-level past those. Then we can be at ease, not just because we don't have these other things going on, but because we've learned from them and now we're accountable for a love like this. So true pleasure is righteousness. It's doing it right, and it's waiting it out so that it can be done right and not premature. What is the action these masculines want to take? Yeah, letting go of all the fluff, all of the other energies, all of the karma, and continuing to connect with this destined path. It's not a carrot on a stick, it's a star on a stick. It's the destined path on a stick. And we're letting go of all these other things. What is the advice? 5 of Pentacles. It's not separation, it's solitude, it's spaciousness, so these things can be worked out, so everyone can take accountability, so we can continue coming through the ranks of this journey. What is the biggest challenge for the masculines? Oh, there's the Empress and the Divine Feminine Queen of Wands. So abundance and the Divine Feminine not being there yet, that's the biggest challenge. They want what they want, but it's not here yet. What is the advice? The Empress for the 3rd time. So yeah, it's on its way. 3rd time's the charm. So some of you may have had a couple false starts and wondering if it could possibly kick off a 3rd time. There could be something like that, masculines, where you're thinking like, I'm gonna strike out if I don't get it right this time. Do it thoroughly. Really invest in yourself, masculines, so that when you come forward, you don't have anything pulling at you. Finalize it, do it right. What is the solution? Yeah, you have the be-all end-all wish fulfillment here. Wishes granted, long-term legacy, generational wealth, stability, emotional fulfillment. It's all here. Just keep going. Just because it's not here now doesn't mean it's not on the way. This is how we do it. This is how it rolls out. What is the advice for the masculines here? 5 of Swords. Use your free will wisely and take the accountability that you are investing in the impeccable future, the righteous future, this legacy. And it's done with all these decisions one at a time, taking accountability, getting yourself out of misalignments so you can align with what is for you. What is the direction in the next few weeks? Woo, yes, spiritual sovereignty. So this is a healing period after removing yourself from devil energies, masculines, and your purpose is going to be coming into the forefront more and more. Even if you've got brick and mortar certifications, credentials, schooling, this journey is the mystery schools. This journey is your real world earth school portion that actually qualifies you to bring the soul component into whatever modality you're being ushered into on your purpose. This journey is part of the mastery that makes you excellent at what you're going to be doing, that qualifies you to be potent with what you're offering, that allows you to be doing it for a holistic reason that changes lives. So these masculines, you're stepping into this higher calling, and this is part of your rite of passage. You have to get yourself out of Dodge before you can go on to this path. And advice, you don't know what you don't know. The sun in the inverse, it's all good things. It's all coming. Stay with the process, because this is losing yourself to the dance. This is you fully being saturated in the experience of ascension. This is one of the I'm seeing an amusement park and a roller coaster. If we were to go to Earth as souls and treat this as a amusement park, the roller coaster is this lifetime where we get to ascend and we get to see through the generational curses. We get to see through the lower vibrational assessments of reality. We get to ride that roller coaster that takes us higher while in physical form. This is one of the most elite playgrounds in this galaxy, that we get to come here and experience this rush of ascension right now on the planet, on this timeline, in this backdrop at this time. So enjoy it, masculines. Be fully present in it. This is why you incarnated in this avatar, in this life, at this time. That's what it's all for. So fulfill that destiny fully. What can we see advice for the feminines that may have watched this? Death, rebirth. I'm open to seeing both sides of the situation. So you're going through a transformation, they're going through a transformation. Yours looks yours the way yours does, theirs looks the way theirs does. Let it be so. Let it be so. See it that way. What can we see for the masculines? Purpose. Yeah, there it is again. I know what I'm here to do. It came out in the inverse. So just karmic cleanup, masculines. Unhook from everything that isn't a fit. Get yourself clear and balanced and open and ready, and then your purpose will come. It's exactly the steps needed to clear out the past that are the prerequisite for this purpose to emerge. Wax on, wax off. Bye for now.